back on site. We got the floor poured. Resin paper down in the garage where that pipe goes through here started coming up in lifts with the diesel compactor. Got that sewer line all in and hydraulic cement around it. Got to clean out here on the outside. Inspection went well as always. You guys saw me put that water line in. Grade's coming up here good. We still got to fill this porch over here. Grade out front is going to be low for now. We're just getting bare minimum up to the frost line just so the crane can come in here, because like I said, this is a modular, so it's got to be set with a crane. There's going to be the house and the couple boxes where my excavator sit in there. The crane will sit down here. So with the outriggers and stuff, we want them to come in flat because it's going to taper like this in the front also off of here. So this is our grade height here. We'll get to this line here and then scooch all this out and then right back up and around. So this is the walkout. This gets a door here, a couple windows there, wood framed obviously. But today's video is nothing but compaction. I think this takes about 7 trucks, you know, a little over 6, so we'll figure for 7. Compactor right up in lifts. Dropping it from this height and this amount of density and water in this sand, it's like instantly molds and compacts as it hits the ground down there, which is good for it obviously. I got a meeting with the builder on another site we're doing, so I gotta go. So this guy's gonna be on his own. Hopefully he don't stack me up too crazy. Oh yeah. just got back from a meeting on the other job. We got stacked up 4 loads. It's a little bit drier now, so because he's digging into the bank, which is good. Still getting that pounded in the bottom. We'll come up another foot in the front here. So basically we'll get the front and the sides all coming up, and then we'll be able to get down, go into the garage, and do the back. It's hard for me to get the material unless I do it with the 160, which I might. That's why I left it here. But we'll find out in a bit. Let me get the lift on here. Make my way around here. He's got me pinned in here. He's got me pinned. Let's see what I can do. Let the old Kubota eat. Oh yeah. Middle, we'll give it an old compactor ractor. She's coming up in lifts. You can see the shelf and how I do it in lifts, and then you can push this anywhere you want with that plate compactor too. If you got 3 foot here, just push it down to your 1 foot lift, and this stuff's like molding right in perfect. Get out here firmed up, so once I get another lift on the inside, I'll have them dump right in the foundation. Then I get in the skid steer and run it in. I mean, there's tons of different ways to do this. I mean, a lot of guys would never even do a skid steer. They just get in the hoe and hoe it in, but you know, it is what it is, and I've done them both ways. I just feel skid steer, I'm fast and I'm track packing at the same time, and you put a lot of material in. But yeah, the hoe is fast too, so it's all what you're comfortable with and what you have on the job, basically. But that's why I left the 160 here, just in case I had to get to this back and I couldn't get in over the top of this wall yet. I wasn't sure what I was going to get into. But we're good now. All right, we got another lift. See how I'm moving it like this? You just blow it in to just to get it in, but then move it where you want. You know what I'm saying? Move it to your lift depth. Your lift depth. So if you blow it in 3 foot and you need to do a 1 foot lift, just scratch out 2 foot, push it where it's got to be. You'll know when it's hard. It's only dirt. It's not concrete. Vibrator lets you know when it's hard. She makes a different sound. You don't have to judge it if it goes down because you're spreading it, but you're also making it a mud, because of how wet it is, you're making it like a Jello cup, if that makes sense. All one unit, taking the density right out. Right here, but I'm just always double checking, always making sure. what's nice is you can angle this any which way you want. Push it right into the foundation if you want, you know? That way you know you're tight right up in there, right to the wall on that top lift. Now the next truck will dump right in the garage. Get your corners nice and tight. Oh yeah, we got them right to the wall, about 6-8 inches off. If I build the ramp on there, he can go right up and over it and then into it, but we'll get to that point in a bit. Get that blown off, everything's compacted in there, then I'll massage this around into these corners. Right up tight to them wires though, we're only gonna be able to go in for a tiny bit. Nice. Yeah. Our first lift in the back. So I was trying to tell you, even if it's compacted, it don't make, so break it loose and recompact it. I mean, there is such a thing as over compaction. You get things to start pumping if it has too much water, and then you don't want to pour on it, but this is going to sit a while. Let it drain out. But down here feels good. The moisture level's been pretty good. In the beginning there was a couple spots that were punchy, but no water goes to the surface, so you know it's good. If the water starts coming up out of the material, then you're like, okay, let's do something different. Let's hold up, let it dry up. But this has been good. All right, we're all lifted and re-lifted and lifted on our way out. Gonna get another truck in here, dump it in, and then we're gonna assess the situation, what we got, because I still got material over here. We go to lunch. We'll be back. really can't believe how hard this puts this in. I mean, it is insanely, it'd be hard to shovel that stuff, you know. And where you don't hit, it just it molds everything. It's just so hard. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Pretty impressed with that diesel plate compactor. You know, I've done a million of these with plate compactors, conventional and jumping jacks, rollers. I've had all kinds of stuff. This is the easiest so far, the fastest. It's a one-man band deal. You don't need a bunch of dudes. All right, we've done 3/4 of it off. Gonna lighten it up, take this out of here, put some under the tires, and maybe go back straight up over the pile. We'll do 2 birds with 1 stone and put our next lift in here. I'll get back with you guys in a bit. We got them out. We just dug it out with the skid steer and back of the tires, got that half that load off, and then walked it right out. I'll tell you, the new, I don't even know why, I haven't really been paying attention to Kubota with their new skid steer, but they got the 75-3, which was out at the Con Expo, and I only looked at the 97 because that's all I'm interested in, and they didn't change nothing on it, so I was like, oh man. But the 97 or the 75-3, they changed a lot of stuff, so hopefully when the 97-3 comes out, it will have all those features, which it should. The interior features, all this new computer, the way it's designed, in the back, everything. So I think it's going to be leading the industry, which they are now, but they're really going to be kicking butt. It's all hydraulic over hydraulic, you know, and that's huge. All right, all placed and in. Just gonna backblade it before I give it an old tampity tamp. A little low in the center, but the whole thing will be low as soon as I tamp it. Fill in the porch. Big drop, 8 foot down. All right, let's give it the compaction. Oh yeah. There's the last load to go in our porch. Got that all tamped down. Gonna skim it with the leftover material from there and fine tune it for now. Just a trickle. Oh yeah, compacting the porch up. garage, get her where she's gotta be. Pretty hard just from the drop, and like I said, it didn't go down much. Just give it the old jiggle, let it find its home. Got the garage all fine-tuned and raked out. I'm gonna smack this down again, the porch. Top it off, rake it. And these will be ready for concrete. On site a couple days later, we got rain every night, every day, huge thunderstorms. Gonna box this driveway out here and throw a load of crusher in. Everything's staying nice over in this area. Now we got pounded, and I mean pounded, with rain, and you don't see that chalk line anywhere. So that means it did not settle at all with all that water going down in there. So that diesel plate compactor did one heck of a job. Alright, we're just going to give 6 inches of crusher run. Now we know at the foundation height right there, it's already 4 inches. By the time you get to the top of the slab, so we only got to cut out 2 inches or so here. It should be good. Put it where we need it. I had the lines all painted, but we've had that much rain. So they're gone. Tilt the bucket. Just notch this in. Section up by the road, 10 foot in, so that really needed to be cut out. Got old fence sonotubes here, or posts, something. Get the old tilt bucket going, pluck it out, there she is. Grab this side, we're gonna flare the ends of the driveway so they can get in and out easy. throw some fabric down. But you won't get no pumping here. One last cut on this front door. Ground's hard. Being wet sand. Alright, we're just about boxed out. Gonna go get the triaxle, get a load of stone, pressure run. It is Saturday. So I gotta get there before they close. Got the stone here, little predicament what we want to do. I was thinking about backing in, I want to have a big pile here and then push it off because I got the skid steer in there, but with my length and stuff, I'm not sure if I'm going to get out with these wires. I probably would, but I might just cock it in here at an angle, put half here, a quarter of it on the road, and dump it up against this right here. That way I ain't got to track mud out on the road if I don't have to. And bring it on back. Spread it out as you go. Makes it 10 times easier from the machine and you ain't gotta guess. Not that it's a real big deal, it's gonna have to get touched up again eventually. Get this out of the road before someone makes a jump out of it. Do run it on through. After a little fine tuning with the rake, got my marks. Edges are looking pristine. Just do a quick black blade, track and pack, and black back blade again. We should be good. Oh, she feels good. Just take my slop and put it down here because this is where it's got to go anyways. Got to fill this whole portion of the yard. out to Maritime Excavation out in Maine. I never gave him a shout out. I feel super bad. That's who hooked me up with these tracks. He's on Instagram. Check him out. Maritime Excavation. Or Excavating. One of the two. All right, this one's a wrap. Everything's tracked and packed in on both sides. Looking good. Ready for the concrete floor. Set this house, and then we're gonna bring in 8 more loads down in the bottom and taper all this out a little bit better. On to the next one.